Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry if the lighting looks a little bit weird. You know, it's been really hot these last few days in Los Angeles, and I was hoping if I waited for the sun to go down a little bit that it would cool off, but no, it hasn't really. I'm still broiling, and for once I'm actually drinking water instead of tea, so I like drinking water a lot, but there's something about being on camera that drinking tea just feels more appropriate. So I'm excited to share something with you guys today. I've got a package to open and let's just get right into it. So this package has come to me in the mail from Maria Strom, and it's kind of a big box, but I am fairly certain that we're going to find a deck in here. And I do want to mention to you guys, if you are watching this and it's not Friday the 13th yet in July, there is a giveaway going on over on my Instagram. So I have got a bunch of really beautiful crystals, over $200 worth of crystals that I'm giving away. And I'm just doing it as a thank you to the people that have followed me and supported me, and actually just got to 6K followers, which I know to some bigger influencers and people that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me. So I'm doing this giveaway. So if it's not too late for you to enter, then you should go ahead and check that out on Naha99 on Instagram. So let's go ahead and open this box. And so I got this, oh, something really nicely wrapped. This is larger than I expected it to be. Wow, okay. So here we have some lovely pink wrapping. And oh my gosh, this is really nice. You guys, check this out. This is right off the bat something really cool, isn't it? It's called the Hip Chick Tarot by Maria Strom. And let's see what we see on the back here. It says, meet a group of strong, diverse women who are dealing with divine pursuits and life challenges that you can relate to. Already I'm loving this. Okay, so obviously this is a modern deck for modern women, and let's go ahead and get right into this. And now this deck was just released. I think it was just published in May, so it's honestly a brand new thing. And it says that these are hand painted and cards to empower you to grow spiritually, be creative, feel freely, think clearly, all from a female perspective. Call on these experienced women when you need guidance and support with your everyday life, and allow them to help you to tune into your own inner wisdom. Isn't that what tarot is all about? And for those people who say, oh, I can't read tarot for myself, yes, you can. That's like totally one of those things. Like, it's impossible to read tarot for yourself. If you are hesitant to buy a tarot deck because you think, oh, I don't want to be a tarot reader. I don't want to read tarot for other people. I'm not interested in that. Why? I don't know. You're shy. You're introverted. You think you're not going to be able to do it. None of those are reasons to not buy a tarot deck, because you absolutely can do it for yourself. You can use it without needing to know everything about tarot. You can use it just intuitively and see what the images, how they speak to you. And you guys you'll surprise yourself if you haven't tried doing it before. So this is just like the most amazing packaging. It opens like this. And oh, we see a photo of her here. So really nice job. Let's see who published this. It says Red Feather, an imprint of Schiffer Publishing. And so we see a little bio with Maria there, and then here is the book that the deck comes with. And this is great. So what I've just opened to, it says favorite spreads, 3-card soul dive spread. So here's an example of when you can pull 3 cards and what those 3 placements would mean. It says the first card 1, you, card 2, what's happening, card 3, your soul connection. I love that. If you saw my video on how to be a better tarot reader, I talked about doing a 3-card spread, and you don't have to be overwhelmed with doing tons and tons of cards. You know, the really popular spread is called the Celtic Cross, and personally, I've never felt connected to it. It's like cards going this way and that way and over here, and it's not a spread that I use, and you don't have to do any specific spread to do tarot the right way. And she goes through each of the cards, and I already can see that she's got a couple things here where she's changed the the words or the titles of the cards a little bit, and then some of them are the same. So I'm sure we'll get into that whenever we open this deck. So now that I've taken the book out, you can see the deck is here and it's divided into 2 parts, and we'll just go ahead and pull out half of these cards. And right on the front here, we see Child of Feel. Now that might not seem familiar in terms of tarot cards, but I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that this is the card that would correspond to Page of Cups, because pages are like the children of the deck, whether they are literally children or whether they just represent a younger, more innocent, more naive, or more immature sort of outlook, or some might argue wiser, non-jaded, still believes in magic, and feels, chances are this is the suit of cups, the suit of emotions, the suit of the heart, suit of water. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. And just right off the bat, it's just these bright, bold colors. The Ace of Feel. I mean, yeah, I get it. This is really cute. Oh, the 2, and then we see a pregnancy there. Wow. Oh my goodness. One of my students just had a baby. Janelle, if you're watching this, hi, the little tiny baby Magi. Here's the 3. And, you know, you can see that you have a really nice, diverse deck here with people from different backgrounds. And I love seeing that, you know, some of the decks, especially the European produced decks, everybody looks white, and it's just, you know, it's not very inclusive or very representative of the reality of our world, right? So we see people of different backgrounds, and there's the 5 of Feel, the 6, and the 7. This is great. I always really like this card. You know, it's kind of like all the 7 temptations and which one should you choose. So I just really am enjoying these already. And you can see that they're inspired by the Rider-Waite's. They have some tip of the hat to that, but they're also just very unique. I mean, look at this, the 9 of Feels. Like, I actually relate to this woman sitting on the chair drinking her tea so much more than I relate to the guy with his arms crossed with all of his cups sort of like on that blue curtained table. I've never really connected to that guy, but this is like, I automatically know what this feels like, what this woman is like. So yeah, Maria, really nice job. And let's go ahead and flash forward here. Now we've got the next suit, and this is apparently the suit of Think. This must be the swords, because swords are the suit of the mind. And we can see that the background color changed. So here we've got the Queen of Think. She must be the Queen of Swords, right? And she is ready to look you in the eye. Isn't that what the Queen of Swords does? She's like very straightforward, very much just like, give it to me straight, I'll give it to you straight, let's do this. Let's not obscure anything. Here we see the Boss of Think. Okay, so we didn't see this before. This must be, as opposed to the King, we got the boss lady. There she is, yeah? And then this is what would be the Knight. It's the Teen. Oh my God, on the scooter. I love that. So rather than, you know, a knight riding on his steed, we've got this badass gal on her scooter there. And rather than the sword symbol, we've got the little idea light bulb. There is the Ace of Think. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those more difficult cards. Oh my God, this is so good. Look at the 7. You know, that's the one with the guy normally like sneaking away with the swords. And we see somebody sneaking out of the house with stole all the light bulbs. I think that's brilliant. There we see the 9. And again, like totally can relate to this image. It's a throwback to the Rider-Waite, but it's also modern, and it's something that, you know, everybody can relate to what's going on there. That's the overthinking. The little cat there on the bed, like, Mom, chill. And then look at the 10 with all of them broken on the ground. Wow. Well, I am really impressed by these. And look at the Boss of Earth. Check her out. And she's got a little pin on. I don't know if you can read that, but it says, "Got this." These are really, really good. So these cards were kind of separated into two little packs. And here's the back. And here we totally get the name, which is the Hip Chick Tarot. So it's almost, you know, we have the daisy. It's a little bit of a throwback to kind of like the flower child daisy motif of the 60s, right? But the cards don't feel retro to me. I guess, you know, you might be able to argue that they are a little bit, but they're really, I feel like they're modern, and they're, if anything, they're just kind of timeless. I mean, they're relevant. They're not, they don't seem like specifically dated to a certain era. They feel diverse in terms of who these women are, even what their age ranges are, what their body types are. It's just very, very inclusive. There we see the Queen of Create. So the fourth suit is the suit of Create, and that's going to correspond to the wands. There we see the boss. The bosses all have these little badges on. That's pretty cool. And we'll just take a look at a few more here. So here is the 5, and we see with all of the different wands kind of getting in the way there. Here's the 6. There's a Victory. That's really funny because the 6 of Creates corresponds to the 6 of Wands. She actually put a little trophy here. There's no trophy in the Rider-Waite version of this, but I actually speak about there being some kind of a reward or acknowledgement or trophy given in that card. So it's very interesting that her and I are on the same exact page with that. All right, let's get into some of the majors. So, as I said, I saw in the book already some of these varied and some of them were the same. There's the Fool. She's got her roller skates on. She's just ready for anything, ready to start her journey. She's got her little suitcase packed. Now, this next one, normally this is where you'd see the Magician. It says the Creator, and all of the elements are present. There's the Earth, which is corresponding to Pentacles, the Heart, the Feel, the Think, the Create. So all of the elements present, just like in the Magician. And notice that these majors are not numbered, so they all stand alone. There's the High Priestess parting the veil there. And then we have Nature, so the Empress is just that beautiful nature goddess. And then here would be the Emperor card, but there's no guys in this deck. Come on, this is like ladies' party. So we have this card, Structure. That makes some sense, right? Everything there being very linear. And then for the Hierophant, we have Sacred Knowledge. Very esoteric there. We have the Lovers. Yes, go ladies, right? We have the next card, which would typically be the Chariot. And look at this Will with, rather than the black and white Sphinx, the two black and white cats that are there balancing each other. And then she's kind of got her zebra print sweater on. These cards just feel like people that I know. There's something about the drawings, and I've said this before in other videos, that I don't like it when the images of people in tarot decks are so hyper realistic that they look like a photograph of somebody, because it can just be distracting. You're like, who is this person that I'm looking at? But then also sometimes the tarot decks have too much of a cartoon kind of quality to them, and I see this in a lot of tarot decks that come from the La Scarabeo publishing. They have like this similar kind of like graphic novel, comic book-esque style illustration, and that I never really feel either. So these definitely, here's the Death card, they have their own feel to them, which is not comic-y at all. It's definitely its own kind of painting and illustration, but it invokes without forcing you to feel like it's a specific person and a photograph of a person. It just leaves a lot more room to just kind of suggest what this kind of personality is than to just sort of like boldly put it in your face. There's the Star. I love that one. Let's just go ahead and look at the last card, the Universe. Yes, mama. All right, well, I think that these are really, really cool. I didn't know exactly what to expect with this deck, and sometimes with the more modern takes on things, I'm a traditionalist, so I don't necessarily go after a deck such as this that's going to be a more modern take. But I love that she did stick to some traditional elements while at the same time modernizing it, making it all about female power, and also making it just really inclusive of all different types of women. So congratulations, Maria. You've created something really, really cool with this. And the deck is beautifully presented. They're very thick cards. You can see they're large cards, so you can also see by how I'm holding them. But I imagine they're basically like the size of Oracle decks, so they should still shuffle easily. I'll just try going ahead and shuffling at them. And yeah, they shuffle great. Let's go ahead and draw a single card. And this deck is definitely available for purchase, so I'll make sure and link down below where you can get it. And the card that we are drawing, single divination, is the Eight of Think. Didn't we pull this card last time? I could swear we might have pulled either the Eight of or Nine of Swords. We keep it staying in that kind of wheelhouse. So the Eight of Think. Let's go ahead and look to the book to see what she has to say about this. Okay. 8 light bulbs representing her thoughts are closing in on a distressed woman. The woman in Eight of Think is obviously in a really bad place. She's the victim of her own mind. Her negative thinking may be rooted in unhealthy patterns going back to childhood or limiting and shameful messages from society that she's internalized. When you pull Eight of Think, you're being asked to acknowledge that even if your distress is being caused by your circumstances, you choose how to respond. You may want to seek help. With love and support, you can find the courage to face your problems in a healthy way and create a mind full of thoughts that reflect your true worth. Wow, that's a pretty deep one. And I think that it's very relevant for the times. It's very relevant considering all of the things that are going on in our world right now, and anxiety and pressure that people have, and also the judgment that a lot of people find towards them, especially based through social media. And it's almost as if anytime you put yourself out there, you're just setting yourself up to be judged, right? So to be able to get that stuff out of one's head, to be able to recognize that it is up to you how to respond to those kind of things and react to those kind of things, and ultimately change your own inner dialogue to reflect what your truth is. So Maria, thank you so much again for sending me this deck. It's really, really cool. I definitely think that so many people that wouldn't normally be drawn to tarot because they might find it like a little too dark, a little too witchy, a little too occult, a little too esoteric, would find this very inviting, especially because it comes with this great guidebook, something that even a total beginner could actually get a lot out of. So go ahead and check out Maria. I'll link her stuff down below. Don't forget to go over to my Instagram page to jump on that crystal giveaway and get your chance at winning a really amazing set of stones. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.